Hello everybody and welcome back to Benjamin Magnus Plays Hearts of Iron 4. We had a very ad hoc, messy offensive start last episode. I noticed that when I attacked Bulgaria, Germany flooded the units to the south to help them out, and it turned the north into an extremely, if not entirely vacantly held section of the line. But right now, I think what we need to do is try to consolidate our gains and move a lot of these troops out of the Pripyat marshes so that they're not all stuck in there. So what we're going to do is take a close look at some of these sections of the front and move stuff around. So let's go to the Baltic front and we'll delete, what I'm going to do is delete their attack orders. So we can just like go delete this one, just so they don't have those sitting around. I don't want them on there actually. Delete that attack order. Delete that attack order, and the gray guys, they don't have an attack order already. Did I miss somebody? Nope. Because right now the lines are pretty thinly held by Russian standards, but we're gonna need to recoup the losses we took in this this battle here. So why don't we? Let's see. Do you not have a second? Okay, this is you up here. These guys don't have a section of front to hold, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go front line. Well, let's make sure that their orders are clear, and we're going to do this. We're going to put them right there. We're going to take this mobile army, right now it's horses, and we're going to delete your orders, and we're going to move you guys over this way. Kind of a reserve. Let's actually strategically redeploy you over that way. Get them there. You'll move in here, and let's see. These guys, they don't have a section of front to hold either. So what we're going to do is transfer you to the Baltic front. We're going to make you the 6th Army. The 6th Army. And what we're going to do is move you up here. Well, we're going to strategically redeploy you up here. And we're going to thin this... We're going to condense the line a little bit. Because right now what we need to do is cool the offensive to a point where we can consolidate our gains. I think we should be pretty good with that. So like this is stuff I'm curious about. Like, why do they launch attacks when they're not set to attack? I'm thinking maybe there's something in the AI that tells them to try to regain, you know, sections of front they used to hold. That's the only thing I could really think of. Alrighty, so we gotta wait for this army to show up before we can do anything. That was for completely unplanned and messy offensive. I think that was pretty successful. I think we reduced the actual length of the front by knocking that huge salient out of the line and managed to take some German territory. I mean, Germany's getting squashed to hell right now. Absolutely squashed to hell. And do we have enough? No, we don't have enough to modify anybody yet. And what we really need to do, and this has been problematic for me, is getting our factory output really cranking as the Soviet Union. I think in the early days I didn't build enough factories, because getting enough, well, it's only okay, that's the thing. It's only 1941. Soviet production hadn't ramped up at this point yet. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go front line, and you're gonna take this section of the front. And then we're going to wait for them to actually accept that section of the front. Is that Italian? Is that Italian bomber? We're going to actually get them in there. And then what we're going to do is take the first regulars. And we're going to shorten their section of the front like that. So we can get a higher concentration of troops in there. And like, we could actually continue doing like this is the... So right now the Baltic front is this one, this one, this one, but not this one. Well, that's a lot of armies actually. So and that's like my strategic reserve who actually need to get their tanks back. And then what we're gonna do is we'll take the 2nd Army here and we'll rename it the what is the name of this front? We can just call it the. For now, I keep clicking off the screen, and apparently delete, like, swings you to your capital. All right, so then we're just going to call this the Central Front for now, until we come up with a better name. All right. Call it the Central Front, and that starts with this guy right here. Whoa. Does that start with this one? Who do you belong to? Oh, he's in the Baltic Front too. I think I want the Baltic Front to end right there, so we're gonna transfer you over to the Central Front, and we're gonna give you a new color because someone already has that one. There we go, green. And these guys are holding pretty good sections of the line, except until we get to these crack Soviet mountain troops we got sitting here. So what we're going to do is we're gonna shorten that up a bit. Actually, that's not too bad. Do we want to just use this army as a reserve? Swing them down here and use them as a reserve. These guys. Let's get these guys out of the way, just so they're not sitting around gobbling up supplies. And we got to try to organize this a little bit. United Kingdom's got some land down here too. We need to get this better organized, so we can more easily tell what's going on. Did you guys have suicide orders? Oh yeah, you did. Can't you just go through friendly territory? I think it's interesting that strategic redeployments, it will pass through friendly territory, only friendly territory, but regular movement orders it won't. But that makes sense because you use the movement orders the exact same way as attack order, attack movement orders kind of thing. So we're gonna move troops around. They're launching counterattacks, but they're not getting them anywhere. 8 German naval bombers. I think Germany is starting to have some problems. I think part of the production problem, that's a lot of P's, is we switched to, we sacrificed our efficiency in a lot of areas, switching out to better types. Here, 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 and here, and here, and here. Like, this is gonna ramp up a little bit. Do we have anything on the assembly? Oh yeah, we got, oh yeah, right there and right there. Those will both help out. Factory output plus 20%. So what we're going to need to do now is start actually planning our next... So what we're going to do is, like... It's not going to be, like, super grand expectations here. I want to get this nice and neat and organized, basically. Oh, no, that's not right. That's you. I forgot that I inserted an army in between those two. I'm going to push down like that. The gray ones are going to push down like this towards Krakow. And then that's where we switch over to the Central Front. And you're going to swoop this way as well. That's a pretty tough attack right there, though. That's a mighty tough attack because that goes right through Warsaw. And in the meantime, what we could actually do is try to knock this bulge out of the line. That's going to be you. Like this. And we can move the pivot to over here. And that's the blue one. Gonna go like that. And again, we'll move the kind of the pivot point over this way. So we just try to squash that section of the line right out. And to expedite that, what we're going to do, we're going to shorten this section of the line up like this. Extend you out just a little bit. Like that. And you still have orders to move forward, which I like. I'm going to keep those in there. Good. And what we'll do is, while we're building up a stockpile of supplies, we'll let those guys get their planning bonus. Yeah, these are going out into the field. Oh boy! I hope that. Well, let's take a look at how big are these guys. 22. So why don't we knock off one of those and get it down to 20? Save that. Tanks are 16. Maintenance company, add that on. Artillery, anti-tank. Oh. Let's just save that as it is. Can we add in motorized? How fast do those go? That's not going to slow them down. Like that. Get a little bit of infantry in there to help out. That really knocks down the armor, but they do definitely need some infantry to go with them. So let's save that. Try to give everybody that 20 combat width. I feel like as the Soviet Union, I should be making much larger divisions, but then there's also the problem of Zog Defiant. That was Albania. The problem of production and getting that ramped up. Like, still don't. I don't have nearly enough tanks. Well, I did give a ton of tanks to these guys. Absolute butt ton of tanks went to these guys. Well, 21 times 50. That's a few. That's a few. How many tanks were... Yeah, we're short a lot of tanks. Got 440 T-34 Mark 1s in there. Alright. So we're just kind of working on getting the supply situation under control. We're at 124.74 per day. So okay, so that definitely goes up a little. Let's take a look at the air. It's like there's starting to become some problems in Poland. What do we got over here? We got some bombers. And we got strategic bombers here. Do we have fighters? We should probably have some fighters in reserve somewhere. We got, yeah, they might not be the best planes in the world, but we have fighters in reserve. Let's, yeah, they're definitely not. Most of those are old ones. So what we're going to do is move equipment, and then we're just going to go like this. Set limit. Okay. And then what we're going to do is when we get to Poland, we're going to deploy them on interception. And hopefully they'll do something against these bombers. Because the German... I think as Germany's getting squashed down, they're actually able to condense their air force a little bit better. So they're getting there. Still don't have any of the new lags. Lag 3s, I think we're building. And blam. Okay, they're up in the air now. 100. Oh, I thought I put that on 4. Oh, there we go. Oh, they got fighters out here too. Oh, those are support planes. Oh, I think they changed their mind. So, our troops, they're bombing us. We lost 20 fighters. Yeah, they're starting to lose bombers. Alright, good. We got that fighter support up now. Nice. We just really need to get... Like, I wish the tanks were really flying on construction, but we took a huge, like, retooling debuff. I want to take as much of Germany as I can. Well, what do the casualties look like now? Well, considering these wars are separate, Germany has lost only 650,000 men. They have not called Japan and Hungary into the war. Wow, the casualties are definitely stacked in the Allies' favor in the German-French war. But then if you look at the German-Soviet war... Okay, here they've lost 1.6 million. I've lost 1.36 million. Oh, Republican Spain's definitely done their part. But Italy, Hungary, and Japan have lost a combined million men. Greece has lost 120-something thousand. Casualties are creeping up. All right, so we're basically down to 0 in most categories. I think we could probably cool it on Arty for a while. We got a huge stockpile there. Justification is finished. All right, so we have a justification for war. Non-aggression pact with Oman. Why don't we just go ahead and accept that? Nope, we're not gonna do that. I would love if... Well, I do have a spare army. I have these guys right here. But I'm a little afraid of that. How well are they gonna do against just regular infantry and... Well, sweet. Can I get them up there? Or should I break it up? I have a reserve army sitting around somewhere, don't I? Like, guys, I was just like... here we go. Let's do this. And you're just going to... not very... complicated plan I have there, but it'll do the trick. Not very complicated at all. Definitely a thinly held line. Look at them shuffling units around. Alright, why don't we try to work on this section first. So we're going to go to the central front, and we're going to tell the blue army and the orange army here to go. That's these guys. Really, they don't think... Maybe they don't... Maybe they just don't have good, intelligence there. I feel like you guys are pretty heavily outnumbering them, and that's... Who's this? Well, that's this guy right here. Which one's this? Oh, that's this one down here. Okay, so these two. So, you and you go. And we're gonna see if we can score... I just want to pinch this pocket out. And this is not going to suck up too much of our supplies. The only thing it's going to cause is a problem there. But we just want to squash that off and take that salient out so that we can refocus these guys down this way a little bit. I don't want to launch... I can't afford to launch a general offensive until I have a huge stockpile of supplies. You guys gonna go? We've only got... They're only attacking with a few divisions. Got all these guys available. Why don't you attack with them? Are we just shuffling them around? Partisan suppression. Concentrating industry. Alright, so, I mean, might as well. That was down here. Factory output 20%. Why don't we get construction going? What are we working with? How much guns per day are we building now? 145 from this factory. I wonder how many guns a factory could actually produce in World War II. Like, really crank an industry. So what's the problem here? Is it just they have... Oh, they have a huge defense modifier. Base value of 500. Where are we taking hits? Exceeding combat width. Terrain. Oh, there's terrain. Country. Planning bonus. Commander skill. Maybe I should get some... I don't have any... Really not doing anything with planes. I'm just kind of relying on weight of numbers at the moment. But that's... Isn't that the Soviet way? I feel like Germany's more concerned with what's going on in the south than Denmark overrunning the north half of the country. Oh, what is the infrastructure like now? I feel like we should just go through and... Well, let's see. Well, that's going to be in here. I feel like we should just go through and do this. There's zero infrastructure. How is it possible to have zero infrastructure? Infrastructure is cheap to build. It's I mean, what am I? I'm kind of outstripping my ability to, to actually. What am I trying to say here? I'm outstripping my ability to produce enough for my factories because of the amount of supplies needed, the amount of raw materials needed. Well, only in aluminum and rubber. And we're going to take aluminum from Germany for sure. Wow, we actually met... the lines have been linked. Would you look at that? Think we should try this now? What are you guys telling me? I'm seeing good odds. Let's get these guys moving. I don't know how well this is gonna go, but it looks like the German units are mostly in retreat. The Allies take a lot. Oh, when it surrenders, if it's multiple wars, do all participants, or is it 2 peace deals? I wonder how they do it. You know what we can do here is go like this, because we don't need to guard a joint border. It won't pull them off, though. Do I have a separate one set up there now? There we go. And now we only have 8 units committed here. Select all. There we go. And let's just get this going. Oh, poor Germany. I think we're definitely going to end up doing a Cold War scenario here. I definitely think that's going to be a thing that's going to happen. And I hope I'm overrunning some nice German factories. Look at Warsaw. They got Fallschirmjägers, we got Bulgarians, we got Hungarians, we've got Japanese, got Panzers. I think there are some Greeks in there. Well, we definitely pushed that pocket out. The Romanians just sitting in the swamps dying for no reason. I mean, can't you guys... Or no, that's a river crossing, isn't it? Let's cancel that. I didn't see the river because the front was right on top of it. Well, the Black Army, the first regulars here, they definitely achieved their goals pretty simply. Without too much trouble. Let's take these guys and get them... Should we get them going? I mean, that's the thing. What do our supplies look like now? Not that bad. Not that bad. Where's Berlin? There it is, right there. It looks like the Danes might end up taking it. Oh, geez, Germany. It definitely... It's an AI thing, is the problem, especially is Germany. I've seen it as Japan, but especially is Germany. I've seen it... Well, what it does is it declares wars without being prepared and without having troops on the border, even. It just lashes out and declares war on people like, fuck you, and you're in my way. But it doesn't actually have plans on how to take any of the land. That, you know, like, I'm willing to bet when Germany declared war on Denmark, there was little to nobody defending that border. Like, now the Australians have a solid foothold. Even the the Dutch are coming in now. Okay, so you guys are still moving past where I told you to go? What is Germany's surrender progress at this point? It can't be that high. Yeah, it's 29%. But you know what we're gonna do? Let's give them just a little bit more. And tell them to go get Berlin. Go for it, guys. Because I don't think Berlin's going to be too hard to take. Well, from my side, it's defended on by a river on the other side. This is some crazy frontage we got working. This is a massive... It's a continuous front, and it's huge. Planes getting shot down. I don't think there's any of those new lags in the air over here, but we'll go with that. Love to take Warsaw. Looks like we're going to. Alright, so Central Front. Go. Everybody gets involved now. And because we definitely want to take as much of Germany as possible. Well, it's based on participation, so... Like, in the German-Soviet War, I have 72%. Oh, I have 77%. Turkey's done 11. Spain's done 9. And then Romania's got 3. German-French War has a completely different tale. Different tale to be told there. It's like they're definitely giving me some trouble here, aren't they? See if we can flank them a little. Civilian factory sabotaged. It's like Warsaw doesn't want to go. Oh, no, that wasn't right. Taking a little bit of manual control. Oh, there goes Warsaw. And we're moving on towards Berlin. Moving on towards Berlin. We never bothered to do any of that extra stuff. Improve anti-tank upgrades, artillery upgrades. Let's get that going. I don't tend to do rocket arty. I usually go one or the other, and I usually just go with standard arty. All right, looks like the Black Army's starting to suffer a little bit. I'm going to tell them to put to cool it just a little bit here. Because I don't want them to run into trouble. Breslau is unoccupied. Hey, French, you want to help out here? You can get involved. I mean, I'm not... It's okay by me. You're welcome to. The Danes and the Soviets are advancing on Berlin. You'd think you definitely want the Danes to take it, and you're not going to want to give the Soviets the city. Infantry equipment. No, that's still ahead there. We do have some mountain divisions. We have an entire army of mountain divisions. We can make them a little stronger. Is Warsaw actually going to fall? What does the air combat look like over here? How many planes have we got? It looks like we're doing good. 154 fighters lost. I don't know, I'm losing more fighters than they are bombers, but they also have much better... I'm sure those are much better bombers than I have. Like, let's look at production. And we're only building 2 per day of the new lags because of the really poor efficiency right now. I wasn't planning... Again, this is a kind of a opportunity thing. Ooh, free military factories. Got 2 full runs of that going. What do we need? I mean, we always need more guns. Right up to the top, and they only need steel, and we have steel. I think we must have taken a city. Oh, is it Warsaw? No, we didn't take Warsaw. Must have taken something that had a lot of military factories, I think. Or either that or we built a whole run of them, like, all at once. Might have built the whole run of them all at once. Oh, they do not want to relinquish there. So let's... All right, you guys, let's hold this up a little bit. Stop. Purple guys, you're in a pretty good spot, right? Stop. Let's rejigger the front a little bit. There we go. Rejigger that frontage a little bit. All right. So that section of the front is kind of anchored right where I want it. The city... I mean, in English, wow. Definitely not how you pronounce it in Polish, not that I know. Okay, so these guys are having a hell of a time. Is that mountains here? It's mountains, that's why. So let's see. You guys... Stop. Man, so much noise in my apartment. Well, we know what? We're 30 minutes in. The Roomba turning on is a good time to stop here. If you have enjoyed this, please just drop me a like, leave me those comments right down below, and if you're interested in more Benjamin Magnus Plays Hearts of Iron 4, just subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you next time.